Hi guys, welcome back. Today's going to be the part 2 of the best of drugstore beauty. So the first one is the best of high-end beauty. I'll have that video up here and I'll also have it at the end of this video. So first, let's get into the skincare. I think this video gets me more excited because there are some gems, some products that I haven't really heard anyone talk about and I think they're really good. So first, let's start off with the Naturium BHA liquid exfoliating 2%. So this is a leave-on treatment. It's a liquid. I just like using my hands. It has 2% salicylic acid and bioactive fruit acids. So I just put a little bit on my hands, just dab it in. It works so well. I've been using this every single day. I think if you're new to this and you haven't tried out a chemical exfoliator, then I would do this maybe just a couple times a week and kind of build on from that. This is affordable. I really like Naturium as a brand. I always get mine on Amazon. You can also get it at Target, and is there anywhere else? I guess directly from their website. Then moving on to serums, I have another Naturium product. I wouldn't use this the same day as that one, but this is the Salicylic Acid Serum 2% Acne Treatment. So I like really focusing this on my nose. So we all deal with the sebum on our nose, like the buildup. This has been able to lessen the appearance of just like the bumpy texture on my nose. And if you wear makeup or powder, it really just enhances that. So I've been enjoying using this when I really see more texture on my nose. Like specifically for the nose, it's been really great for that. Of course, if you have breakouts on the face, you can totally use that as well. But if you're dealing with the sebum and the texture, definitely check out something that has salicylic acid. The other serum, which is very well known, is from Peach and Lily. This is their Glass Skin Refining Serum. Now, I've tried this out before and I've really enjoyed it. Peach and Lily did send this to me, and this is just a really nice serum. I find it to be quite simple. It has niacinamide, it has peptides, it has hyaluronic acid. It just hydrates the skin. It makes it look luminous. I don't find it to be too luminous. I also like how it layers nicely with all my other skincare products, and there's no fragrance to it. I'm kind of going out of order of how I'd apply these products, but the cleanser that I've been enjoying is another Peach and Lily product. This is the Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser. I love a simple gel cleanser, lathers nicely, packaging, squeezy tube. I prefer this or like a pump. Honestly, I prefer a squeezy tube just because it's easier to travel with and it's easier to recycle. It doesn't dry out my skin, but I do think this product has a smell to it. Is it grapefruit? It definitely has like a fruity smell to it. I forgot, but this is technically a serum, but it's in a stick form. It's from Tinted. It's their Superhue, and this is just a serum stick. Now, I reviewed this, I want to say, was it the springtime of last year? Now, this works. You can check out my video if you want to see like the 30-day wear test. I'll have that video right here. It does lessen the hyperpigmentation, but the thing is with this stick is you're going to go through it pretty quickly if you use it every single day. Now, anything that's like this that's supposed to help with hyperpigmentation, you're supposed to use it every day. But you guys see me use it every single week and me documenting it, you really see how fast you can go through a product when you're consistent with it. It just has like a nice slip on the skin and just overall helps with the dark spots on my skin, and that's what I needed to do. It's definitely something I struggle with. For moisturizers, I have two. This one is from Alleyoop. It's called the Dream Team. It's a 3-in-1 moisturizer, eye cream, and mask. What I really like about this is the packaging. So when you want to get the product out, you just twist the bottom and then you just pump it, and it's reusable. So you just take the bottom part out and you can buy the refill directly on their website. It's fragrance free. It's just a simple moisturizer. And I like how you can use it as an eye cream and a mask. It kind of reminds me of the Summer Fridays jet lag mask, but the jet lag mask is a bit thicker than this one. And this one is from Peach and Lily. It's the Matcha Pudding Antioxidant Cream. I love the color of this. Like that matcha green. It's so pretty. It's just, again, a simple moisturizer. It's a little bit heavier than the other one, but not too heavy for someone who has oily skin. It does have a matcha smell, but it's pretty subtle. I use it in the morning and the evening. And for drugstore sunscreen, it has to go to the Live Tinted Hueguard. Now, some of you have said that you don't like the smell of this. It does have a smell. I can't really put my finger on it, but it does have some sort of scent to it. I like how it has a tint to it. It's in a pump. They also have a larger size, so you can use that for your body. Still haven't purchased that. I think I'm going to this year. This has been a really nice mineral sunscreen, and it's SPF 30. No white cast. It just feels like a moisturizer, not drying whatsoever. These two products have been helping out with my KP, body breakouts, all of that. The first one I talked about in a recent Get Ready With Me. This is the Pacifica Bacne Warrior. So it's an acne fighting body spray. I like the mist. this because it can really spray all over, whether it's like your chest or your back. It does have a smell to it. I just really like the nozzle and that you could do it like upside down, so it just makes it really handy. It's vegan, cruelty free, and it's been helping with the breakouts. Not have them completely 100% gone and never again. I don't know if that will really ever happen to me. It lessens them by a lot. And then the other one, which is a body wash, another Naturium product. This is the Perfector Salicylic acid. It smooths, softens, and renews for more even looking skin. It really helps with the KP. So I have KP on my arms, so it's like the little bumps, also any kind of breakouts. Fragrance free. The pump is really nice. I've had this, I think, since August, and I've only gone through half, so it really does last a long time. It has 16.9 fluid ounces, so it's definitely larger than your typical body wash. I just hope, unless they do have it and I don't know about it, I hope they have like a refillable pouch. You know, more brands are doing that where you could just buy a refillable pouch, because this pump, this will last for years. You really don't need to buy a new one of these every single time. I hope they do something like that, or maybe they are already. I really like when brands offer that. This is the only primer that made it to the end. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Funny enough how the one that made it to the end for my high end is the expensive one, and this one's the dupe. In my personal opinion, they don't feel the same. This one feels more like makeup, where the other one feels more like skincare. This is sticky, a little bit on the thicker side, but it does help with the makeup lasting longer and just your foundation or your concealer just sticking to your face. I've gone through about half, which is quite a lot since you really don't need that much. I know e.l.f. came out with another version of this, which is pink, and I think the only difference from what I can see is that it has niacinamide. I think if you're using niacinamide in your skincare, you don't need another niacinamide product in your makeup. More niacinamide in all your products doesn't mean your skin's going to be better. If you have it in one product, you're good to go. More is not more, you know? So if you have this and you really like it, I don't think you necessarily need their other one. It's foundations. Although technically neither of these are foundations. This one is more of like an illuminator, and this one is a CC cream, but we're just gonna put it in that category. This one is in everyone's video. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I have it in light medium. I finally got my hands on it towards the end of the year. It's really nice, and I like the coverage it has. It has more coverage than I was expecting, and it's not too glowy where someone who has oily skin can't wear it. And I love wearing this when I'm not really doing a makeup day, but I'm just wearing this, maybe something in the brows and a little bit of blush, and that's kind of it. But I also like to pair it with other things as well. I've worn it with this, I've worn it with other foundations. This other one, which is the one I'm wearing today, is the Jason Wu Tinted Moisturizer meets CC Cream in shade 5. I haven't seen anyone really talk about Jason Wu Beauty. I know it's been out for a couple of years now. I think after the initial launch, everyone stopped talking about them, but this one is a really nice product. I would say it has light to medium coverage. It has a satin finish. I think it just wears nicely, and I like how it looks. You guys see I have a couple breakouts on my skin, and I wasn't able to fully cover it, but I was able to layer with it and kind of camouflage it a bit more so it's not as obvious. And then when I go in with the powder, it just helped with that even more. These two concealers are very, very similar. Like similar outcome and even similar packaging. This one I tried out towards the beginning of 2022. It's the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. This is from their Healthy Skin line. I just like how it looks. It's creamy, it's not drying. It's the perfect concealer because it's not heavy, but it's not necessarily creasing everywhere, but it's not too light where it's not covering enough. It's like that perfect medium coverage concealer. And then the other one, which is more of a recent purchase, this is the Loreal Age Perfect Radiant Concealer. Now, I have tried their foundation, and then recently I noticed that they have a matching concealer, and I was like, oh, I should try the concealer because if I like their foundation, I'm most likely gonna like their concealer. So I got this. It's a bit lighter than what I'm hoping for. I think I would go a shade darker. This one is 205 Creamy Beige. Similar to the Neutrogena one, creamy, medium coverage, no complaints. If you're a minimalist, you're really gonna like this product. It's from Alleyoop. It's called Stack the Odds. This one is in Sunkissed. They have 2 other shades as well. I think one that's lighter than this, and then one that's darker, more of a berry tone. So it comes with a peachy blush, and then after the contour shade, everything is cream. and then a champagne highlighter. Now, as you can see, I've been using the contour shade the most. The last few months, I've been solely using this as my contour. It's creamy, it's pigmented, it just blends so nicely with all my other products. The blush is pigmented, creamy, just layers really nicely, and then the highlighter, like I said, it's a champagne highlighter. I would say this is more natural looking, so not as in your face, but I prefer that as like an everyday highlighter. It's the one I'm wearing today, really pretty. So I just talked about the Alleyoop blush, but I have a few more. It was really hard to choose. So including the Alleyoop one, I have 5 in total. Let's talk about the Persona Cosmetics. This is a cream blush, specifically in shade Teddy. Now they sent me, how many other shades? 2 or 3 other ones, but this one I've used the most. You can actually tell, even though I feel like I've been using way more than this. This is going to last you quite a long time. This is just a nice beigey tone, like a beigey nudie pink. I think the reason why I use this one the most out of all of them is because it goes with everything. If you don't know what you want to do with the cheeks, or maybe you don't want to add bronzer that day, this is kind of like a 2-in-1. It looks good with everything. It's like that blush where you don't know what to put on, so you put on this one. And then the other Persona Cosmetics blush is their powder blush. This one blew up on TikTok. It's in Bubble. It's their Super Blush. It's so pretty, a color that I typically wouldn't go for. This cool tone pink has been really popular on TikTok. It's really pretty. It has a special place in my collection. I think it's perfect for the spring and summertime. That's when I was wearing it a lot. It just gives that beautiful, healthy glow to the cheeks. I think this also blew up on TikTok. I gotta try out their other products because I know they came out with some sort of setting spray, a primer that looks really promising. This one is their BYO Blush Oil. It's a chemical reaction, so it looks green in the tube, and then when you put it on your cheeks, it turns into this like pinky hue. Really pretty, very thin. It feels like you're not wearing anything. I like wearing this on no makeup days or just very like minimal makeup days. You can also wear it on your lips as well, and if you like that I'm cold look, definitely check this one out. And then the last blush has to go to e.l.f. It's their Putty Blush. I finally tried this out, and I blame it on my Halloween costume. I don't have the name on here, but I'll have it listed down below. But it's just a pretty pink. Now, I've heard some people don't actually like this, and I think I know why, which is the reason why I like it. So it's not that pigmented, and you do have to build up. I tend to apply 3 layers total. So I do 2, then I set it, and then I apply 1 more. I don't mind that, but some people just want instant pigment, so you may not like that. I like how it's buildable. It looks nice on the cheeks. It's just your simple buildable cream blush. This is my only drugstore powder, and you can really tell that I've been enjoying it. I've hit pan. I've hit it a long time ago. This is the Better Believe It face powder in translucent. It has a little bit of pigment to it. That's why I was able to cover a couple of my breakouts. It does have a smell to it, like most physician formula products. This one I'm used to, and maybe because it's towards the end of it, it's not as strong. They did send this to me with some of their other products, but this is the one that stood out to me that I actually hit pan on. Let's talk about brows. These two have been nonstop for me. As you can tell, especially this past year, I've been trying out a lot of clear brow gels. This one I finally got my hands on. I think it was available in the UK for a year, and then eventually it became available to the US. This is the Got To Be brow gel. So you can also use it in your hair. I've noticed that I really can't unless I know I'm gonna wash my hair that day, because it does leave a white residue, but it doesn't leave a white residue in the brows. I think that's because the night I was brushing it out, that's when you can start seeing the white residue. Because at first when you're applying it, you can't see it at all. I think it's more so when you're brushing it out of your hair, kind of like hairspray. This is like glue. If you want something that's gonna last from the morning until the night, even the following day, if you sleep with your makeup on, even though you shouldn't be, it really is going to last. I'm wearing it today. It's stiff. It has that stiff brow feel, very similar to the Patrick Ta one. I would say this one's even more stiff in my opinion. And then the other one, which is more opposite, this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Clear Brow Gel. I feel like I've been seeing CoverGirl more often. I feel like it's having a comeback in the most recent couple of years. This is just a nice clear brow gel. I think I'm almost out of it because I've been using it nonstop and I've been taking a break of the Patrick Ta one. But this made it to the end. end of my best clear brow gels that are drugstore. If you have very, very stubborn brows, I don't think this is going to work for you, but it works enough for me where my actual brow hairs actually stick up, but not good if you have very stubborn brows. Medium hold, get this one. And then to fill my brows, I loved using this one from Ulta Beauty. It's just a nice brow product. Brow products are very simple. It's fine tip, so not too thick. It's not too pigmented. I'm very particular with my brow pencils. It has a spoolie on the other side, which comes in handy. The shade of it is really nice. It's not warm. It's quite neutral. It's just a good brow product. I really like how my brows look. This is the brow look I like to go for. Let's talk about eyeshadow products. This one I haven't really talked about too much. I use them all the time. They're from Julep Beauty. I get them on Amazon. Two shades that I have, Ginger and Caramel. They're both matte. I typically wouldn't go for something like this. And I think I use Caramel a little bit more because it's more of a warm tone, and then Ginger, I would say it's more cool. But you know, in the brown beige family, I like it as a base, and it's creamy but not too creamy that's gonna crease a lot. It's a great crease color, or just like an overall one and done look. And it has little sponges on the other side, so that's nice for blending. And the other one is a liquid shadow. I gotta get other colors that are more everyday. This is the NYX Ultimate Glow Shots. I don't typically go for something like this because they tend to crease very easily and they tend to not be the most comfortable. But what I like about this is that it lasts a good amount of time. I can't say it doesn't crease at all, but it does last a good amount of time. But it's thin and it's not heavy feeling. It doesn't drag my eyelids, so if you have more mature eyes, I don't think you're gonna have that problem. I just don't like the feeling of when liquid eyeshadow dries and it just feels heavy and it cracks, and this doesn't give you that look. I didn't think I was gonna have an eyeshadow palette to share with you guys until I got this one. This one is from Alicia. This is the Glitterpedia eyeshadow palette. It has 6 shades. They're so much fun. They remind me of the ColourPop single eyeshadows, so they're quite creamy. There are other ones that are more flaky, which are the ones with the glitter, so they're a little more chunky, but this is so pretty. If you want like a ethereal look, definitely check this one out, specifically this palette. They do have some other ones. I actually got another one that I do want to talk about in a later video. I think this one is olive brown or something. I think this is all glitter. This is olive brown, yeah, number 2. Oh, and this is number 1. Oh, perfect. But this one doesn't have any mattes. It's just shimmers and sparkle. If you're all about that, check this one out. I have 2 pencil liners to share with you. One that I don't have because I recently finished it. It's the LA Girl retractable liner in brown. I'll have it linked down below so you guys don't confuse it with any other ones. That one's one of my favorite brown liners. It's a darker brown, again, retractable. I can really get a fine line and it's perfect. It's everything that I look for in a brown liner. And then the other one, which is more recent, this one is from ColourGram. It's a cream liner. It's a mid-tone brown, a bunch of different colors, a bunch of different brown shades. So if you don't like a mid-tone brown like this, definitely check out their other ones. Similar to the LA Girl one, I think this one is just more creamy, and then the brown is lighter. I love a good brown pencil and they're very hard to find, and this one lasts a really long time as well. And what I like to do when I want a really fine wing is I go in with these brushes. These are from Sephora. They are really nice. I think the only one I don't use is this one because it's quite big and fluffy and I would need something smaller for my eye shape. But this is the thinnest angled brush that I've ever used. It's so thin, thinner than the e.l.f. one that I used to recommend to you guys. So I love using this with my brown liner and just really elongating the wing and making it really fine. And then we have mascaras, which might be the category where I'm the pickiest. Kill Lash, which is more recent. This one is from Clio. It's the Super Proof Mascara Long Curling. I love the size of this, very small. It does have a slight bend to it, so that curl that they're talking about. This one's in black. They also have it in brown. I'm wearing it today. It just gives me such great length and separation, and guys, it holds a curl. And that's the part that's really hard for me to find. So this is an Asian brand. I really like this one. This one has really stood out to me this past year. And then the other one, which is definitely more natural, it doesn't have the same curl like the clear one does. It's from Essence. This one I don't really hear people talk about. Everyone talks about the Princess one, which is really great, and I do love that one as well. But I kind of wanted to see what their other mascaras were about. This one is their Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension. This gives me length, it gives me separation. It's a very natural looking mascara. But I do love the shape of the mascara wand. Like, not too big. Bigger than the clear one, but not too big where I'm just making a mess. These two lip oils made it to the end. I like prepping with this one. Another LA Girl product. This is their Lip Oil Nourishing Gloss. It's just a nice lip oil to nourish your lips and kind of just start off before you get into your makeup. It does have a slight shimmer to it, but it's pretty slight. This one smells like coconut. They have a bunch of other scents as well if you don't like coconut. And then the other one is from Milani. I feel like I don't talk about Milani too much. This is the Fruit Fetish and Cherry Lime. I think I like this product so much because it's very nostalgic and I've gone through it quite a bit. I didn't realize until right before I started filming this video that I only have this much left. So within what, less than 2 months, I've gone through it pretty quickly, and I have quite a few lip products that I'm trying to go through. But I love how this looks on the lips, and it's hard for me to explain how it feels, but it has like this smoothness about it. Like the way I like do this, even though I'm not wearing it right now, when you press your lips together, it feels so smooth, and I really like the color of this one. For more of your lipstick, this one is the Revlon one, the infamous Revlon one that blew up last month. Mine is melting, so be very careful. This one is the famous Rum Raisin. I just recently got another shade because I love it so much. It feels really light, thin, it has that glossy look, not thick whatsoever. It's just a comfortable lip product. And then this one, which is also comfortable, it's from Alleyoop. Get 3 lip products in one. We have a matte, a cream, and a gloss. I'm wearing the gloss today. They're similar in color, slightly different. I actually prefer that. And this one is in terracotta. I love the packaging, how you could just take them out, snap them back in. They're small, so you actually finish them. It feels thin on the lips, so whether you're wearing the matte, the cream, or the gloss, they all feel the same. These lip liners I couldn't stop wearing. Another LA Girl product. How many have I talked about? 3, 4? This one is their Perfect Precision Lip Liner in Cafe. This is like a nice nudie beige. It's a pencil lip liner, so one that you have to sharpen. I just like how it feels on the lips. It doesn't dry out your lips, and it's easy to sharpen. That's really important for these types of pencils. And then the other one, which you do have to sharpen as well, this one is the NYX Line Loud Lip Liner in Global Citizen. This lasts for such a long time. If you need something to last for hours and hours, whether you're eating, talking, drinking, check this one out. And I noticed someone recently commented in the video where I reviewed this, they were like, oh, how do you sharpen it? It doesn't sharpen that well. It doesn't sharpen well in the sense that you can get a really fine tip. That's true. You can only get it to be about this, which I don't mind. It still works for me. I just like how it doesn't look too dry on my lips, because there's a high-end one, which I find that this is like a dupe for it, where that one makes your lips look so dry, cracked, and then they have like a seal to go over it, and I think it makes your lips look worse. But with this, it's just one step and that's it. I couldn't choose just one setting spray, but the one I use the most is the e.l.f. Blue Light one. The Blue Light one I kind of skip past. I don't really care for that. But this is a nice setting spray that will last all day. It has a nice mist to it. I like using my sponge and spraying this on it just to help with the longevity. And then the other two, this one is definitely more hydrating. It has hyaluronic acid. This one's from Neutrogena. Now, this smells like their other Neutrogena products, like the skincare ones in the blue packaging. So if you don't like that smell, which is on the stronger side, you're not gonna like this one. But this one doesn't have alcohol, so if you deal with drying of the skin, or if you just have naturally drier skin, you may like this because it doesn't have that ingredient. And then the last one has to go to the one that looks like hairspray. This one is from Makeup Revolution. It's the Superfix Super Hold Misting Spray Ultra Matte Finish with aloe and vitamin E. I don't think it's a matte finish, but it's definitely not glowy, which is what I prefer, like something in between. Now this one does contain alcohol, so keep that in mind. I think the e.l.f. one contains alcohol as well. Overall, a nice setting spray. So for hair care products, I only have one, and it's a hot tool. It's the Revlon One Step Plus, the one that you can actually take the top off. This has been everything. Ever since I got it, I've been using it. I use this. They also came with some attachments like the curling iron, and then the curling iron also came with one that could dry the roots. I don't find that really effective. Maybe if you have fine hair, straight hair, you could use that. I don't use that one at all if I'm being honest. But keep in mind, if you want to get this and the other one which comes together, you would have to buy the whole entire thing again. So I ended up with 2 of these. So I just leave one at my other place. That's the only negative. I do hope Revlon comes out with something where you could just buy the attachments like the Dyson one. But having just this when traveling and not having to use the hotel blow dryer, it's been everything. Because I would always use it just for convenience, but we all know it's really shitty. But this has been great. Again, mine is dirty because I just used it today, and this is how my hair looks with a more sleek blowout. Really great if you have some bangs. And that is it for Best of Drugstore Beauty. Let me know down below what was your favorite drugstore product that you discovered in 2022. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!